Azza wa Jal says in Surah An-Naml, verse 82, and when the word of Allah Azza wa Jal, the word of torment, is fulfilled against them, we shall bring out from the earth a beast. Bring out from the earth a beast. So it comes out from the earth. A beast for them, to speak to them. So the actual beast will speak to them, because mankind believed not with certainty in our verses and miracles. So Allah Azza wa Jal makes it clear that one of the major signs of the Day of Judgment, a beast that will come out of earth. So it's not going to come from the heavens or from space. It's not an alien or UFOs. It's a beast that will come out of earth. Also Allah Azza wa Jal says, will speak. So it speaks. Beasts don't usually speak. What is it going to say? What's that beast going to talk about? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it clear. Will speak about Allah's verses, Allah's miracles. Another hadith in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, this beast will come out and it will speak. What does it say? It says, you are a believer, you are a kafir. It points out to people, speaking to them, you are a mu'min believer and you're a kafir disbeliever. And not only that, in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, the beast will mark and seal on the noses of people and their foreheads. On their nose and their foreheads. The scholars say the nose for the kuffar, the forehead for the believers. It will make a mark. It will make a mark on the noses of the kuffar, and their face will turn dark. Their face will turn dark and nasty and ugly, and says you're a kafir. And it will mark on the forehead of the believer, and some scholars say on their noses, and will make a mark that they are a believer. It says you're a believer, mu'min, and you're a disbeliever, kafir. That the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, people will then start recognizing each other. Instead of saying Muhammad and Ahmad and Sam and Mahmud, do you know the non-believer? Do you know the kafir? Do you know the believer? They'll be recognized no longer by names. People will recognize each other by calling one another believer or non-believer. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam did not mention anything beyond that about the beast. It's a beast. A beast that will come out. Where would it come out? There's a weak narration. As I promised you before, if it's weak, I will mention to you. There's a weak narration that says it will come out from Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. There's a weak narration that says it will come out from Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. And a lot of the scholars carry that opinion. In another narration, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, it will come out carrying the stick of Musa and the ring of Sulaiman. And some scholars said this is a weak narration. It will come out carrying the stick of Musa and the ring of Sulaiman, and it will mark people's noses and foreheads, the non-believer on his nose, and make his face dark and ugly. People will know him as a disbeliever. And it will mark the nose or the forehead of the believer, and people will recognize him through his bright and glowing face. Nur. And then in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he says, people will later on recognize each other as a believer, non-believer. Mu'min, kafir. May Allah Azza wa Jalla make us from the believers and the true believers.